So, we all know Victoria's Secret models are famous for their flawless figures, but what does it actually take to eat like one of them? Well, I decided to find out. For the last 7 days, I tried the same diet as one of my favorite angels, and let me tell you, it was way harder than I expected. Did I make it through, or did I crack under the pressure? Stick around because the results might surprise you. Hi guys, it's Valencia and welcome to my YouTube channel. This month I am doing 31 days of Spooktober, Vlogtober, whatever you want to call it, where I'm going to be sharing Halloween makeup looks, fall recipes, fitness vlogs, and more. So don't forget to subscribe and tune in every day for your daily dose of entertainment. When I first started doing research for this video, it was pretty difficult to find a specific nutrition plan online because there's just so much conflicting info about what these models do to actually get in shape.
My favorite go-to snack, probably pizza at least once a day.
And so, to make things real simple, I decided to follow my favorite angel, Adriana Lima's diet plan. Now, let me tell you, I had no idea what her diet plan looked like. I literally just typed in like Adriana Lima diet and nutrition plan for Victoria's Secret Fashion Show week, whatever. And once I found out what she did, it was a little shocking. This girl would cut out solid food for 9 days and just drink protein shakes leading up to her show.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
Before we get into this video, I do want to stress that this is not healthy or realistic. This video is not intended to promote any unhealthy eating habits. It is purely for entertainment purposes, and even Adriana Lima herself says that she does not do this diet year long. She only does this to get stage ready, and throughout the rest of the year, she has a balanced and healthy diet. So I just completed this challenge, and today was actually my first day eating regularly. So we're gonna go back through the past 7 days, and then I will share the final results with you guys at the end. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, this was actually my second attempt at this challenge. Yes, I admit, I tried this challenge before and I failed miserably. I tried to make this video earlier in September, and by day 4, I ended up caving. I thought, okay, well, I'm craving savory food so bad, so technically soup is liquid, so I'll just go ahead and eat some soup. But I ended up feeling so guilty, and I really wanted to give this challenge a fair shot, and I wanted to report real results to you guys. So I ended up just scrapping the whole thing, and now here we are, attempt number 2. In the middle of September, I actually went on vacation to celebrate my birthday, and so I started this challenge just a few days after I came back from vacation. And let's just say that while I was on vacation, I did not hold back. Obviously, I was celebrating, I was having a good time. So that means that when I came back from vacation, my weight was a little bit higher than my typical maintenance weight. I think that's important to note because if I had just come back from vacation and gotten back on my regular diet, I do believe that my weight would have leveled out eventually. Maybe it would have taken a little bit longer, but I did have some vacation weight to drop. So yeah, that being said, the very first day of this experiment, I weighed myself and I was 158, which I'm not gonna lie, that was still pretty shocking. So yeah. Good morning. It is day 1 of attempting the Victoria's Secret model diet. I weighed myself for the first time in a couple of months, and I was a little shocked to see the number that appeared on the scale, but that's okay. That's okay. I recently just came back from vacation, like literally last week. I went to Disneyland for a whole week, and everyone knows that calories don't count when you're in Disney, but apparently my body does not get the memo. So yeah. Look, I'm not trying to make excuses. I like eating food. So I am ready to get back on track though with my diet because eating clean makes me feel good. So I'm hoping that through this challenge I can kind of jumpstart myself back into it. I'm looking at it more as like detoxing myself. Honestly, I don't know if it's gonna work or if it's even gonna be beneficial, but yeah, just so you guys know, that's kind of my main goal, is just kind of jump starting myself back into eating good, and also just to kind of like detoxify my body from all the crap I've been eating lately. So anyways, I'm about to make my first protein shake of the day. I added ice in my cup. I'm gonna add some coconut milk. And then for protein, I'm gonna be using the boba tea protein. This is in the flavor taro. When we went to California, I convinced my whole family to try boba. And my brother, I think he had it before, but I was like, oh, get the taro tea. And I converted him. He is officially a boba lover. I'm having some issues putting this lid on. Okay. There's my first protein shake of the challenge. It is ice, coconut milk, banana, and then taro protein. Here is my protein shake. You can see I still have it unpacked from last week's trip, but yeah, not really like the most aesthetic cup. This is actually my Post Malone cup that I got from Cane's. So yeah, here's what it looks like. Yeah, this is like really thick, but it's pretty tasty. On my first attempt at this challenge, I tried to do everything. So in my research, I saw that Adriana Lima also really likes to work out. She likes to box, do HIIT workouts, and she feels like if she's not sweating excessively, she's not getting a good workout in. So the key is that she needs to sweat in order to feel like she has had a good workout. And the thing about me is that I am not really a sweater. And so during my first attempt, I tried to kind of use that as a guideline, and I was like, okay, well, every workout I'm going to try to make myself sweat the same way that Adriana Lima does. I think that's a big part of the reason why I failed on my first attempt, because I was overexerting myself at the gym and then I was eating very, very little calories. So this time around, I decided that I was going to focus primarily on just lifting weights and doing my regular fitness routine. I wasn't going to push myself too hard at the gym because the diet is already extreme as is. So I just tried to get in my normal workouts throughout the week. I'm gonna make myself a protein shake before we hit the gym. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. For my protein shake, I do have some frozen bananas here, so I will add some of that in. I'm gonna add some vanilla. Well, let me add everything else before I add the milk. I'm not very good at making protein shakes, so that's why this challenge is challenging. I'm gonna add in some oats because I feel like it will fill me up a little bit. Add some texture maybe, I don't know. Obviously we need some protein. This is just chocolate protein. It's just from our grocery store, it's Premier Protein. I'm also going to add some peanut butter. You know, I need some energies before my workout, so. And now let's blend some thick protein. Aw. That's all I got. Oh well, I feel like with the peanut butter and the oats, it's calorie dense enough to give me the energy I need for the gym, so. I work a regular schmegular 9-to-5 job, and I was pretty nervous about trying to do this throughout the week because the first attempt I hauled around my big protein powder and I would just kind of mix it at work, and I was just kind of surviving throughout the week on protein powder and water, which, as you can imagine, did not fill me up at all. I considered maybe trying to bring in like some sort of blender and like blending fruit and peanut butter and like other additives to try and make it more calorie dense so that way I felt more satiated throughout the day. But ultimately I decided not to do that because I didn't want my coworkers to think I was crazy, and they are supportive about my bodybuilding, but just drinking protein shakes only throughout the day, like that is a whole other level, and that would have prompted a whole bunch of questions, and I kind of just wanted to move through this challenge silently because, like, let's be real, telling people that you're only drinking protein shakes throughout the day is crazy. Like, they would think I'm crazy. I wanted to check in really quick before I go to bed. I had a really busy day, went to the gym, made some videos, edited some videos. I also went grocery shopping. I got some Premier protein drinks for work tomorrow because I'm not gonna take like my whole blender and make smoothies during the day. So I think I'm just gonna have to settle with like 3 or 4 Premier proteins, and then once I come home I can actually make myself like a calorie dense protein shake. We'll see how this next work week goes. Honestly, the challenge is supposed to go for 9 days, but we'll see if I can last all 9 days. I don't know. We will see. We will see. Day 4 is when I failed on my first attempt, so I knew that I had to get past day 4 at least this time around, which I successfully did. However, this was the day when a new employee came into town to be trained, which meant that my job was going to take us all out for lunch. Yes. Okay, I just got off of work and I wanted to hop on here and let you guys know that today totally sucked. So basically, I forgot that this week we are training a new employee, which means that we get to go out to eat every single day. Today they went out to eat to Mobetta's. Of course, I went with them because why wouldn't I want to get out of the office? But I just kind of like awkwardly sat there. Luckily, the Premier protein shakes have been holding me over, so I wasn't hungry. It wasn't like I was like drooling over their food or anything. It's just like a really awkward moment, especially because people think you're weird when you don't eat with them or drink with them. Like, it's so a part of society that when you're on a diet, any kind of diet, it's really weird for other people. Like, they look at you like you're a freak. My everyday coworkers, they totally get it, but we do have some remote coworkers, and during these trainings they come in from wherever they're located into our like home office, and yeah, those are the ones that probably think I'm a freak, and they probably think that I'm like starving myself, which okay, I guess I kind of am, but they don't know about the diet. I was just like, oh yeah, like I'm a bodybuilder and I'm just trying to get back on track. So I mean, they thought that I was eating like normal food when I got home, so they I don't know, it was a really awkward day today, and honestly, like, this week so far has been the slowest week of my life. I don't know what to tell you guys, but yeah, I'm gonna keep grinding on this, and I don't know, we'll see. Wish me luck. Day 5 is when the diet crankies hit me really hard. I was trying to be calm and collected. I was trying to be cool during this whole week because at the end of the day, I am choosing to do this challenge. Nobody's forcing me to do it. I'm choosing to do it, and it's not fair of me to take out my hangriness on other people. But because that new employee was training this week, that meant that every single day we were going out to lunch, and you know, it was lunch on the company, so I missed out on that this week. A part of me is happy because I had the discipline and willpower to say no, but at the same time, I mean, a full work week of lunches, yeah, I missed out. The diet crankies have officially hit me on day 5. I am so irritable at everything, and on top of that, I don't know why I forgot, but this week Aunt Flo is paying a visit, and I forgot, and I shouldn't have forgot. I have a whole app on my phone to track this sort of thing, so I knew it was coming, but for some reason I decided to do this challenge during this week, and that's okay. But it makes sense why my weight loss has kind of stalled, which is making me a little bit crazy, because obviously I'm doing this crazy challenge and I'm not seeing results, and it's kind of driving me crazy, because like, why am I wasting my time doing this? Also, today, yet again at work, we went to Zupa's. We went out to eat at lunch. And then as we were leaving Zupa's, they picked another place to go for tomorrow. So I have that to look forward to for tomorrow. Yeah, so I don't know how I'm feeling. I'm feeling cranky. I'm feeling irritable. I don't know if it's because of the week. But on top of that, you know, this week at work, we're getting fed all of this yummy food. So that also sucks. I just feel like it's already day 5. I might as well just stay strong. And I mean, what's 2 more days? I have the rest of my life to eat a ton of food and stuff my face. I will say, what's interesting is I typically get increased cravings around this time of the month, and I'm still not really craving any foods. Like, isn't that kind of weird? You would, especially because this is my second attempt, right? On my first attempt, I was craving savory food like crazy. And I don't know if it's because I'm busy with like this whole 31 days of Spooktober challenge that I'm doing on YouTube, where I'm posting daily videos. So I've been trying to get ahead on all of those videos, so maybe I'm just distracting myself from eating. Like, maybe I actually don't have a big appetite. Maybe I'm just a bored eater, and now that I am like preoccupying my time with other things, I'm just not really thinking about food. I have no idea what it is, but that's the good thing, is that I haven't had cravings. I've just been kind of like cranky, and I am kind of chopping that up to dieting and of course the time of the month. Oh my god, one thing that I wanted to mention too, so random, but like, dude, the Premier proteins, they make my breath stink so bad. I've also been chewing on gum. I know that's like not technically a part of the challenge, but like, dude, I have to chew on gum throughout the day because my breath be stinking at work. Like I will be drinking water, I will be, you know, adding in some like little iced tea or whatever into my water, but like the Premier proteins, like, man, oh man, they just like sit in my mouth, and I feel like they just make my breath smell so stinky. It's so embarrassing. So I don't know if that has to do with like the liquid diet, like only drinking protein shakes or what, but something about it is like not agreeing with my oral health, and it's making my breath very stinky. So yeah, TMI maybe, but that's what's been going on. So that's just my, you know, honest update for you guys for today. So yeah, I went into this challenge hoping that I would get a little detox out of it. Of course, I wanted to drop some of that vacation weight, but also I was hoping that it would help my skin, it would improve my digestion, and it would kind of help my belly bloat from, you know, all the tasty food that was in my system from vacation. And yes, doing this challenge did improve some of those things, but it also didn't, because I forgot one of the biggest things that was happening this week, which was Shark Week. I typically gain 3 to 4 pounds during this week, and I know this because I went through a 21-week bodybuilding prep, and every single time around this time of month, my weight would increase. So I felt really crappy because not only was I missing out on all the meals at work, but now I was starting to see kind of a stall in my weight loss. The scale was no longer going down, it was actually going up a little bit. I was also starting to break out, so I just kind of felt like this was all for nothing. Yeah, so apparently I picked the worst time to be doing this challenge, and well, as you can imagine, I just want to eat, so. At this point on day 7, I just wanted this challenge to be over with. I was so over it. I was actually ready to call it earlier in the morning. I wasn't even gonna go through the whole day. I was like, I'm done, I'm done. Especially because the last day was a Friday and I wanted nothing more than to just like have a movie night and eat some comfort food and like cuddle up with a blanket. You know the vibes. But I decided that I wanted to give myself a full week. It was just one more day after all, so I just pushed through. Cheers! This is my last protein shake of this challenge. Honestly, my protein shake skills have definitely elevated because I used to suck at making protein shakes, but after this challenge, honestly, all my protein shakes are pretty tasty now. I actually almost gave up. I wanted to quit this challenge this morning. I was like, well, maybe I'll just weigh myself this morning and take pictures today. That way I can have like good food tonight. So I'm sacrificing my Friday night movie night tradition that I do every Friday, and instead I'm choosing to have a protein shake. You might be like, well, why don't you just have a protein shake while you watch a movie? That's because that's boring. You need to have good snacks. It's a requirement. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. I feel really accomplished, motivated that I even got through this entire challenge. I did not cheat one time. I promise you that. And let me tell you, there were a lot of times where I could have cheated. There were a lot of temptations, but I stayed strong. And we did it. This is my last protein shake, and tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and eat delicious food, and I'm excited for that. So cheers. So now let's go ahead and jump into the results and talk about whether or not I would do this again. First and foremost, before we get into it, I am very proud of myself for getting through this challenge. I went a full 7 days without cheating, only drinking protein shakes, teas. I admit I also had gum, but that's not really food, so I tried to work out, but if I'm being honest, I was really trying not to put pressure on myself as far as that goes. So I wasn't as consistent with my workouts as I originally wanted to be. But either way, I still made really insane progress. Every time I weighed myself and measured myself first thing in the morning before I ate anything, just to make sure that all of the measurements were 100% accurate and comparable to each other. So 7 days ago, I weighed in at 158.4 pounds, and by the end of this challenge, I weighed in at 149 pounds. So in just 1 week, I dropped nearly 10 pounds. For my waist, the first day I measured around 29 inches, give or take. And by the last day, I had dropped down to 27.5 inches. So again, pretty insane results. I lost 1.5 inches off of my waist in just 1 week. Towards the end of this challenge is when my cycle started. So I do believe that I could have dropped a couple of more pounds if it weren't for that. I was actually weighing myself every single day throughout this challenge, and the lowest I ever got was 147 pounds, and I ended up at 149 because once my cycle started, my weight loss kind of plateaued and it started going back up, which was really frustrating because I was still following the diet to a T. But I mean, like, what are you gonna do? That's just life, right? Like, it happens literally every month. So now, would I do this again? Absolutely not. Back when Adriana Lima admitted to doing this diet, it was in the early 2000s, so not only was being ultra thin trendy, but also just back then we didn't have as much knowledge on diet and weight loss. I think even today we are learning more and more about nutrition and exercise, But what I can tell you about this liquid diet is that there are so many better ways to lose weight and keep it off. This weight that I lost was honestly mostly all water weight from my vacation, and I guarantee you that I will most likely gain some of this weight back just by eating normally over these next few days. If you want real results, you have to follow a sustainable diet and commit to living a healthy fitness lifestyle, which I am all about. This month, I have a ton of workouts, high protein recipes, and fitness advice videos planned. So subscribe to my channel and we can live a healthy, fit lifestyle together. We can motivate each other, reach our goals together, and become the best versions of ourselves. Well, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did like it, then perhaps consider leaving me a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! I wanted to let you know that these are crocodile tears. Yeah, I'm not a crybaby. I just wanted to like dramatize this up a bit. This challenge definitely sucked, but I didn't cry over it. These are real tears. These are real tears, but they're from onions because I'm chopping onions right now. I'm actually making a high protein chili recipe, so stay tuned for that one next week. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye.